Hello viewers, my name is Ola. Once again I'm here to continue the video series on features of afriSAMS School ERP, and today we are going to see how to do basic system settings, general settings of the ERP. Okay, as usual, you go to the dashboard and go to settings, and as usual you will see the steps, the right steps to follow. You have your sidebar menu here, and you have your dashboard menu to follow, so you can click on user rights management. The first thing to do is to check your user rights. What does user rights mean? User right is where you determine who is doing what or who is seeing what. This is where you separate the students, the learners from teachers, and the teachers from admin. Our application is so flexible that you can determine who is going to do what or who is going to see what when they log in or when they authenticate into the system. Okay, so this is a kind of authentication module or rights management module. So let's see, for example, for students. Okay, this is the students module, rights management module for students. You can see here classrooms. Students can view classroom, but they cannot create classroom, they cannot update classroom, and they cannot delete classroom. Okay, so whatever you want a particular user role to do, you set it in the rights management. The things that are ticked are the enable roles for such users, and the ones that are not ticked are the disabled roles. For example, if you want a student to be able to check the analysis, student analysis, all you need to do is go to the rights management, select students, and enable this and save. You go down and there you save the rights. This means whenever all students, anybody that falls within the category of student role, will be able to view analysis. Okay, the other options are not enabled, are not even available for them as students. There are options that we totally disable. There are options that we make flexible depending on the school. All right, so whatever you want your students to view, you can enable it here. The same thing goes to parents, the teachers, which are faculty, the people, any user role that falls within the faculty, which are the teachers and then other admin staff. You can decide to set the roles here. You can decide to set the roles here. For example, a teacher is not allowed to view departments management. It's only the admin. A teacher is not allowed to handle roles management. It's only for admin. So generally, this user rights management is designed to authenticate, to allow and set permissions on what users can do. All right, so you can create user rights group as well. You can create user rights group like accounts group. Okay, you can create other groups. You can decide to create any other group. It can be sports group, for example. Okay, and you add this group to faculty and create group. Okay, you can see it and you can edit. You can create group. It enables you to bulk manage users. Okay, there are users that are sports, maybe sport teachers, and for depending on what your mission and your aim is targeted at, you can create groups management, groups for your users. Then you can go to your institute settings and decide how, okay, mobile, most of the things you do here applies to the mobile also. You can enable the new, we have some new updated, upgraded interface. By the time you download, the default interface you have is the default, but you can still customize your interface. So you can create your own new dashboard and enable the what's it called, the graphical user interface, the new user interface, and select roles that will have access to that interface. Okay, but by default it will be set to no. Quiz settings also, enable time-based ranking in its result. Yes, you can set it and disable it. If you want your your quizzes ranking to be set by speed, the speed at which a learner finishes and gets things right, you can set it. It is enhanced. It is to enhance the speed of your learners, especially when it comes to maybe modules that has to do with timing. Okay, so you can still set your voice calling settings here. Voice call settings, fees due can be on, and you can select the template. You will create your template in the next module. All right, these are voice call settings. It's like a notification settings that you may enable or disable. By default it is disabled. You might enable it and set up your template. You can set up your template by clicking template setup. All right, and you can create your own template. You can create your own template. Fees due, first notification, let's say first notification, fees due, depends. You can choose your file, voice note. You record your voice note and upload it, and you submit. Okay, all right, so you fill up your voice SMS details, and then there's you get your token. Let's just say Ola, and your plan ID and your caller ID. These settings you can contact us to do some of these settings for you if you don't know how to handle it, but we are going to provide all these parameters for you to set your voice call. Okay, so back to the main module. Then you can do your Institute SMS template. Institute SMS template, by default all push notifications, SMS, OTPs, we have our design template. However, we make it flexible that you can make changes to these templates. For example, when you bulk upload users, this is the message that will come in. The things you see here are called variables. They are called variables, and they have an embedded snippet of program behind it. So when you add it, it will automatically, for example, if you put username anywhere, it will automatically capture the username of the particular person you want to send SMS to. When you are sending SMS or messages, you remember you have to select audience. So all the audiences, all the people in that audience, it will select each username for each user in that audience, or each member of that audience, and it will send it. So if the message is coming to Mr. A, Mr. A will see welcome Mr. A. If the message gets to Mr. B, you will see welcome B, and that's how it works. So we make it so flexible for you. So these are called variables. If there is no need, you don't have to edit this. If there is no need, but in case you want to customize your own, you can come here and change these things and put the variables according to how you want it. All right, according to how you want it. You can select templates and then you edit. Then login restrictions. Login restrictions. There is a way you can set it that, okay, on Sundays you don't want anybody to use the application. Maybe if you want to do maintenance or upgrade, or we want to do maintenance and we communicate to, send you messages that you are doing maintenance. So on Sundays you can disable users, or maybe you just want your users not to have access during a particular period, you can set it this way. You can select maybe whoever you don't want to have access, and then you can set your time, like on Sunday between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. nobody will be able to log in. So you can restrict access here. And okay, you can still set here OTP. Now if you don't have SMS units with us, you may disable this. If you don't have SMS units with us, we advise you disable this. But if you know your SMS unit account is updated all the time, then you can enable OTP. Because when you turn on OTP, it means every user must be requesting OTP before they can log into their the platform. Now we advise you keep this off and just let them log in with their password. But if you want to beef up your security, you want additional security, you can enable OTP at login. It's optional. All right, signatures too for principals. You can upload your signatures for principals and authorized signatories for your institute. You can upload it here. It's very simple. You click upload and then you select your particular file. All right, then notification settings. You can do your notification settings here. Calendar, what exam schedule, these are notifications. When you set calendar, do you want event created to be sent as notification? Do you want all these things to be set? Anyone that is enabled will be sent as notification. Anyone that is not enabled will not be sent as notification. And finally, you have your file upload. Now these are basic settings that you need to do for you to prepare your application for use. All right, if you have any more inquiry on this or you have questions, kindly contact us via support@afriSAMS.com. support@afriSAMS.com. Thank you for watching. Bye.